So, what is so important about this thing about being your sovereign self, standing in your truth, coming back to your authentic, true self, aligned self? It's they, what you'd call like the elite or the system or those who are ruling and controlling, are the most frightened about. And this is the way out of the system. It's a way to make the system fall. And everything that we are going through is pushing us towards this. All the way back from COVID, especially, is pushing people to stand up to their true aligned self. Is making people think, what is my own truth? What is how am I feeling my truth within compared to what's happening on the outside world? And then adjusting to that, thinking, no, I don't I don't stand for that. That is not my truth. It's making us become so aligned and to really spark us on that journey within to find that authentic true self. But what does that actually mean? You, at your absolute core, your soul self, is a true aligned self. Everything else on top of that, the baggage, the trapped emotions, the negative limiting beliefs, all this type of thing, kind of hide it all away. It's almost like all the armor that you've put on to protect yourself, to make your world safe, to make yourself fit in, is actual fact the stuff that's really slowing you down. It's the stuff that's weighing you down. It's weighing down your energy vibration. What does that mean? Well, if you imagine like a hot air balloon, okay, with all those weights, it can't take off the ground, can it? And those weights include all the fear that the system, the TV, the media, the lies, everything else like that, they're all weight as well as everything like your negative beliefs and your trapped emotions. That is keeping you on the ground. It's keeping you from moving forward, from being truly in your purpose. It's stopping you from really taking off and being yourself. And at that level is where the system can bring in solutions. You know, this is wrong with you. Oh, we'll give you this. But they are the ones creating the problems because they're the ones that are really truly weighing you down. So the idea is to start shifting those weights. And as like that hot air balloon, you are removing those weights. That air balloon starts to lift up. Your energy, your frequency, your energy vibration starts to rise. And as it rises, you think of like a hot air balloon, you begin to fly over the trees. You begin to be able to see the horizon. So in that sense of the word, as you stand more and more in yourself, your vibration rises and you are able to see opportunities that you couldn't see before on a lower vibration. You are able to step more into your true authentic self. You are able to see your path more easily. You are in that state of manifestation, of creating a life in synchronicity. Everything starts to flow. You rise above and you start looking down on all the crap. And then you can just see it from a bird's eye view. You don't need to go down because once you go down into those rabbit holes, you're going back down onto the ground again. So you're rising above it and seeing it. And at that level, they cannot touch you. If you imagine the elite, the rulers, whatever, on that ground, and they see you flying high, they can do nothing to touch you. And once all these hot air balloons start to rise, this is where the massive shift on the planet really, really starts because they cannot touch you. You start aligning to your true authentic self and you start saying, no, this is my truth. This is what I want to do. This is my purpose. And you imagine all these souls waking up and really standing in their purpose, walking their path, aligned to their sovereign self. You imagine the power that brings. I mean, you have ever been with people who are in that state? Feel their energy, that energy that they hold. That can't be touched. can't be touched. And that's where we're heading. And that's why I say on almost every video I say is to come back to this. It's really to start shifting and doing the work. And doing the work doesn't mean going down rabbit holes. It doesn't mean the endlessly seeking the truth out there. It means about seeking that truth within you. And to seek that truth within you, you need to shift the lies. Do you get what I'm saying? So always come back to that hot air balloon. Where is that hot air balloon? Are you feeling you're rising? Or are you feeling you're coming back down to earth? And start really beginning to notice how you're beginning to feel. Are you shifting up or are you being pulled down? And that is the first step. Once you become aware of how you're feeling, that is a first step to think, okay, what can I do now? If I'm going down, what can I do to bring that up? And that starts with the first way of thinking, of your beliefs, and then you start taking the deep dive. This is why it's so important, because they are frightened of those who are flying.